So today, the Nintendo Switch 2 was officially unveiled. We've got a release date, we've got a price tag. We've also got some brand new announcements for brand new games that personally, I really am excited to play. However, I'm not so excited about how much some of these games will cost, which is really making me question how much I actually want to play them. But before we get into everything, what's good, guys? It's DemiM7. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. So let's talk about the Switch 2 first and everything about it, because it's going to be retailing for $450, which in my opinion is okay. It's a little bit up there, but at the same time, I do think it's a bit justified. The entire system is a complete upgrade over the original Switch in pretty much every way. Bigger screen, higher resolution, much better processor for performance. The Joy-Cons themselves are also vastly improved. I love the magnetic fixture to these versus, the whole slide and click mechanism that the original had. I also really love the fact that you can actually use the Joy-Cons as a mouse. I mean, there's plenty of games that could be really useful for. I almost forgot to mention that the actual display itself is capable of putting up to 120 hertz. Real nice, real smooth. You'll love to see it. And when you put it in the dock, not only does the dock have a fan to keep it cool, you can actually output 4K, which is great. And one last thing, it has an internal storage of 256 gigs, which is great. And I believe it still has the micro SD card slot for expansion. So yeah, it's bigger, it's better in pretty much every way that matters. Complete upgrade. I can understand the $450 price tag. What I can't understand, however, is the price tag for these games that we're going to be getting. This is crazy, man. One of the games that was announced was, of course, Mario Kart World, one of the most popular IPs in all of gaming. Mario Kart is just iconic. And look, as far as the game itself goes, it looks like just another Mario Kart game. I guess it does change some things up where you can, I guess, maybe drive off the actual road and into the world. I'm not 100% sure on it, but what we do know is the price tag. The digital edition of Mario Kart World will cost $80. $80 for a video game that you download onto your system. You don't get a physical copy of it. It doesn't, it's just a digital game that you download. $80. And although this specific part hasn't been confirmed yet, we have seen some leaks of what the physical copy of the game will cost, and it apparently will cost $90. $90. There's no way that those tiny little cartridges cost that much to make. There's absolutely no chance. But what really scares me is the precedent that this will set for gaming, period. If a video game like Mario Kart World is going to cost $90 for a physical copy, how much do you think GTA 6 is going to cost? Listen, I understand $450 is a bit on the upper side when it comes to anything. $450 is a lot of money, but for the system, I at least can understand it based on the improvements that it has made. But $80 or $90 for a new video game, I'm sorry, I can never get behind that. I don't care how great the game is. It could be the greatest game of all time. It doesn't matter. $80 for a digital copy of the game is ridiculous. That is highway robbery. And $90 is even worse. I mean, how the heck does Nintendo expect us to buy like any of these brand new games that we're hyped for? I mean, I guess the more popular ones like Mario Kart, I'm sure like a new Zelda game will cost just as much. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but at least from what I have noticed, owning my Switch for all these years and, playing all the games that I've played, it doesn't seem like these games go on discount very often, or at least the most popular ones. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really see stuff like Smash Bros. Or any of the Zelda games, Mario Odyssey, like, at the time that they came out and whatnot, even a couple years after, I don't really see them going down in price very often. So not only do you have to consider the fact that it's a pretty expensive system, but each new game that's very popular that you want to play, you'll have to have in the back of your mind that it will probably cost $80 or $90. And I just don't know how many, even the most diehard of Nintendo fans, are going to put up with that. So I'll sum it up by saying this. The Switch 2 on its own, I don't think it's too expensive or overpriced. I think, again, it makes sense. But these games like Mario Kart World, and I know they announced other ones like that Donkey Kong game. I haven't seen a price tag for that yet. I don't think it's going to cost $80 or $90. But just using Mario Kart World as a prime example, $80 or $90 is absolutely ridiculous for a video game. I will live and die on that hill. Please let me know in the comments what you think about the Switch 2 and the pricing of these games. And until next time, peace.